Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel, where we unpack the big issues making waves in South Africa and around the world. Today, we are tackling a story that has not only stirred emotions at home but also ignited intense debate abroad. It's a development that perfectly illustrates how South Africa's internal struggles, particularly around race, land, and history, are becoming global conversations. We're talking about the recent decision by the Belgian Parliament to play a video of EFF leader Julius Malema singing the controversial "Kill the Boer" chant, right in the middle of a formal legislative session. Now, this incident has sparked outrage, applause, and deep reflection, depending on who you ask. But to understand why this moment matters, we have to look beyond the headlines and explore the context, the meaning behind the chant, the EFF strategy, and what it says about international involvement in local struggles. Let's start with the basics. The chant "Kill the Boer" is not new. It dates back to South Africa's brutal apartheid era, when it was used as a call to resist the oppressive regime. Boer, which literally means farmer in Afrikaans, became symbolic of the white minority that controlled the state and its violence against the black majority. In its original context, the chant wasn't necessarily about individual white people, it was about a system. But as with many political slogans, context has shifted over time. Today, critics argue that the chant incites hatred and violence, particularly against white farmers, who have suffered real and documented attacks across South Africa. Supporters, on the other hand, say the chant is a powerful historical reminder of the fight against apartheid and colonial injustice, a metaphor, not a literal call to arms. Now imagine this already divisive slogan being projected in a European Parliament. That's exactly what happened in Belgium. During a debate focused on racism, inequality, and post-colonial memory, a member of the Belgian Parliament showcased the video of Julius Malema singing the chant at an EFF rally. The intention, at least on the surface, was to highlight global racial injustice and the legacies of European colonialism, particularly Belgium's brutal history in the Congo. But let's be honest, this move didn't just shine a spotlight on historical injustice. It catapulted the EFF's radical message onto an international stage, turning a South African political chant into a point of global controversy. And let's be clear, this wasn't some obscure parliamentary subcommittee. This was front and center in Belgium's national legislature, a country that has its own deeply contested colonial past. Whether intended or not, the act of showing Malema's chant gave the EFF an enormous amount of global exposure. So why does this matter? Because it shows just how skillfully the EFF, and Julius Malema in particular, has managed to turn controversy into currency. The party thrives on spectacle. From storming parliament in red overalls to singing old struggle songs, the EFF has mastered the art of turning outrage into headlines and headlines into influence. By showcasing a video that the South African Human Rights Commission itself has ruled as not hate speech, while others still view it as deeply inflammatory, the Belgian Parliament may have unintentionally legitimized the EFF's rhetoric in the eyes of its international allies. And this brings us to a bigger question: should foreign governments involve themselves in these kinds of issues? For some, the Belgian Parliament's decision is a noble effort to confront historical wrongs and draw attention to global inequality. It's a sign of solidarity with oppressed communities and a recognition that colonial legacies still shape our world today. But for others, it's an irresponsible act, one that amplifies dangerous slogans without fully understanding their local context. After all, what plays as political theater in Brussels could be interpreted as a call to violence in Bloemfontein. This is not just a theoretical concern. South Africa is currently grappling with real and painful issues around farm murders, land reform, and rural security. And the "Kill the Boer" chant sits right at the center of the storm. Playing the video in an international setting risks inflaming tensions, both domestically and globally. It may embolden those who seek to misuse the chant for their own agendas, whether that's white nationalist groups trying to stir fear, or populist politicians leveraging it to deepen racial divisions. But perhaps what's most striking about this incident is how it highlights the blurred lines between activism, performance, and diplomacy in the digital age. Politics today isn't just about policy, it's about messaging. And the EFF has shown time and time again that it knows how to dominate the message. Whether it's in parliament, on the streets, or now, in foreign legislatures, the party knows how to create moments that trend, spark debate, and force people to pay attention. Let's not forget, Julius Malema is no stranger to the international stage. His speeches are regularly circulated online, his interviews go viral, and his party's events are choreographed for maximum visual impact. What happened in Belgium wasn't the beginning of international interest in the EFF, it was just the latest chapter in a growing global awareness of South Africa's unfinished business with its past. But with this awareness comes responsibility. Foreign governments, NGOs, and media outlets that engage with these issues must do so with nuance. It's easy to grab onto slogans and symbols without truly understanding what they mean to the people who live with their consequences. South Africa's political landscape is deeply complex, shaped by centuries of racial oppression, liberation struggles, economic inequality, and painful transition. To lift a slogan out of that context and project it onto a European stage is risky at best, and reckless at worst. Yet, for the EFF, this may be seen as a victory. It reinforces their image as international revolutionaries, unafraid to speak truth to power, whether in Pretoria or Paris. It also helps Malema continue to position himself not just as a South African leader, but as part of a broader Pan-African and anti-imperialist movement. Whether you agree with him or not, the man knows how to command attention. So, what happens now? Will this incident inspire further international scrutiny of South Africa's unresolved racial and economic divisions? Will it pressure the ANC-led government to respond more clearly on issues of land reform and reconciliation? Or will it simply fade as yet another flashpoint in the era of viral politics? What's certain is that Julius Malema and the EFF are not backing down. They will continue to use every tool available, social media, protest, and yes, even controversy, to drive their message home. And as we've seen, that message now echoes far beyond the borders of South Africa. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Was Belgium right to show the video in Parliament? Is this a brave act of solidarity or a dangerous oversimplification? And what does it say about the future of South African politics when our slogans are being debated in European capitals? If you found this breakdown helpful, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more in-depth political commentary, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a story that matters. Thank you for watching, and as always, stay informed, stay critical, and see you next time.